Your canine companion is not acting inappropriately when they sniff your private areas. Rather, they are conducting one of the most sophisticated biological scans found in the animal kingdom. Most pet owners completely misinterpret this specific behavior. Here is the true significance behind it and the reason it occurs so consistently. Today, you will gain a fresh perspective on this instinctual action. Through the following 7 explanations, the actual motivation will be revealed with clarity. What once felt uncomfortable will begin to seem precise and intentional. This transition in your understanding will transform how you perceive these moments whenever they arise. Stay with us as we dive in, because this instinct is not directed toward everyone in the same way. Sniffing the human private area. While it may feel socially awkward, this is actually one of the most intelligent actions your dog can perform. What appears to be an inappropriate gesture is, in reality, a highly precise method of data collection. Dogs perceive their environment through scent before any other sense. The human groin region holds a high concentration of natural biological signals. These chemical markers disclose emotional states, levels of stress, and even minute fluctuations in physical health. Your dog is not preoccupied with the anatomy itself. They are focused on the vital information stored within that area. In just a few moments, they can acquire more knowledge than we could through an extensive conversation. From their viewpoint, this is simply a polite and thorough introduction. When viewed through this lens, the interaction feels less embarrassing and far more logical. This leads directly into how dogs utilize scent to greet one another as well. Sniffing each other's rear. Have you ever questioned why dogs bypass faces and head straight for the back when meeting? By human standards, it seems quite rude, yet for them, it represents a perfectly structured form of communication. Located beneath the tail are scent glands that produce a unique chemical signature. That specific aroma reveals identity, temperament, confidence, and even recent activities. Dogs have no need for small talk. They read one another instantaneously. The brief hesitation during this ritual is far from random. It is a period of assessment and mutual understanding. When a dog permits another to sniff them calmly, it serves as a signal of trust. Conversely, avoidance or physical tension communicates a very different message. What looks like an awkward encounter is actually a moment of total clarity. Once you grasp this silent language, another frequent behavior starts to make much more sense. Licking the owner's face. If you can comprehend why your dog licks your face, you will begin to experience a connection deeper than mere affection. This specific behavior traces back to their earliest days as puppies. Young pups lick their mothers to request care and seek reassurance. That foundational behavioral pattern remains embedded in the adult canine brain. When your dog licks your face, they are demonstrating both closeness and submission simultaneously. There is also an element of curiosity involved in the gesture. Your skin retains traces of where you have traveled and how you are feeling. Dogs can detect emotional transitions through scent long before you ever speak a word. Furthermore, the act of licking calms them by releasing soothing chemicals within their brain. It is not merely a sign of excitement. It is a profound emotional connection. From this bond, we can see how ancient instincts continue to define everyday actions. Circling before lying down. You might observe your dog circling the exact same spot repeatedly before finally settling down, wondering why they cannot simply lie down and rest. Even if the sofa is soft and the environment is entirely safe, the movement persists with quiet concentration. This minor ritual is far older than your home itself. Long before they lived alongside humans, their wild ancestors had to meticulously prepare the ground before sleeping. Circling served to flatten tall grass, check for hidden threats, and establish a sense of environmental control. Even in the modern world, the brain still executes that ancient program. Safety is never just assumed, it must be confirmed. What appears to be an unnecessary habit is actually reassurance in motion. When comfort cannot be fully guaranteed, other survival instincts can emerge with greater intensity. Hiding during thunderstorms. Why does an otherwise confident dog suddenly retreat under the bed when a storm begins? This shift in behavior can feel sudden and perplexing. To human ears, thunder is loud but manageable. But to a dog, it can be completely overwhelming. Their sense of hearing is significantly deeper and sharper than our own. They may even detect shifts in barometric pressure long before the first rumble of thunder is heard. Static electricity in the air can also cause subtle discomfort across their fur. Seeking refuge in a confined space minimizes that sensation and provides much-needed relief. This behavior is not a sign of weakness. It is a search for security when the world feels unstable. When internal tension builds up, it can also manifest in surprising, playful ways. Chasing the tail. Many people find it amusing when a dog spins in circles trying to catch its own tail, but the underlying cause is not always harmless. For puppies, it often starts as a process of discovery and play as they learn where their body ends. However, in adult dogs, the meaning can change. Repetitive tail chasing sometimes indicates boredom or a surplus of pent-up energy. It can also evolve into a way to seek attention if the behavior previously elicited laughter from owners. What begins as simple play can eventually solidify into a compulsive habit. In certain cases, it reflects an inner tension that has no other outlet. While the movement looks comical, it may be carrying a quiet message about the dog's mental state. When the body finally rests at night, those internal experiences can replay in a different form, twitching or whimpering during sleep. Have you ever watched your dog twitch, move their paws, or make soft whimpering sounds while asleep and wondered what was happening in their mind? It looks like a private, secret world unfolding behind their closed eyelids. Dogs experience deep sleep stages very similar to humans. During specific phases, their brain becomes remarkably active. Memories from the day are being processed and systematically reorganized. A fast run through the park might manifest as tiny leg movements, while a brief bark might echo from a dream scenario. These occurrences are not just random noise. They are evidence of a brain working gently in the darkness. Waking a dog abruptly during this phase can leave them feeling disoriented. When you observe those small movements now, they should feel less concerning and more like proof of a rich and complex inner life. You now have a much clearer understanding of how scent dictates your dog's choices and reactions. However, the connection between you becomes even more powerful when you understand the true meaning behind their licks. Step into our next video to uncover the deeper intentions behind that familiar gesture. If you miss it, you may continue to overlook something profound as something small. If this exploration has changed the way you perceive your dog's silent language, please subscribe and join our community. We are uncovering the biological mysteries and ancient instincts that define our bond with these incredible animals. Like this video to help us grow, and share your own stories in the comments below. The next chapter of discovery will open soon.